This video corresponds with the outcome study report that has been emailed. The purpose of this report is to clarify the impact that the Rainbow Artist program makes on the community and to aid in the creation of a manual that can assist in future replication of the program. Included in this video, I will describe observations, strengths of the program, methods, results, and a discussion of the results followed by recommendation. Within the outcome study, 5 domains of performance were evaluated. Those included social skills, motion, cognition, communication, and sensory motor skills. Rainbow Artist program offers community-based instruction. Through art-based learning stations, students with autism spectrum disorders and communication and social skills challenges are involved in multi-sensory exercises which reinforce valuable life skills like socialization and communication. Each of the art stations are planned using a strength-based perspective combined with educational and therapeutic strategies. The way in which Rainbow Artist program functions is an important consideration. The program itself overlaps with best practices. Both Rainbow Artists and integrative playgroup models aim to improve social skills, provide guided practice, facilitate creative pursuits, and encourage increased capacities. When compiling Rainbow Artist strengths, I consulted grant priorities. First, Rainbow Artist program meets a community need as autism rates are increasing. The Rainbow Artist program is a community-based, positive interaction that's developmentally appropriate, inclusive, and focuses on research-based best practices. While viewing Rainbow Artist, it becomes apparent that it takes a village to raise a child. Another strength is that the Rainbow Artist program is replicable. There are 5 core aspects that make Rainbow Artists replicable. First, there's an evaluation of student needs, followed by student-centered programming with dynamic curriculum exercising individual skills, with a structured environment including the family and community. A third strength is that the Rainbow Artist program involves innovative practices such as social play with art-based learning aimed to evoke self-esteem and competence. Stages of social play can be observed as occurring throughout the Rainbow Artist program. Solitary, spectator, parallel, associative, and cooperative all take place. Additionally, Rainbow Artist collaborates with schools, sharing expertise, providing supportive capacity building, naturalistic instruction, life skills, generalizability, and the potential for a symbiotic relationship. Now I'll review some outcomes from the study. In the 2014-2015 study, 104 students from 4 elementary schools and 18 classes with 17 teachers participated. The 4 schools included Mayport Elementary, Lake Asbury, Plantation Oaks, and Jacksonville School for Autism. The number of students varied for each school, as did ethnicity, some schools having more of one ethnicity than the other. In total, there was an ethnically diverse sample, albeit majority Caucasian. 26% of students were female, with 74% of students being male. Prior to the onset of the study, methods were considered. Each of the lesson plans were organized by targeted skill and stage of social play. That created a folder system enabling organized approaches to strength-based practices. This provided clear standards linking interventions to abilities. The evaluation system used was data collection that was ongoing and specific, and that was based on teacher checklists that rated student strengths and linked lesson plans to student abilities. This year, 2-point testing was used. Teachers completed a pre-test checklist and a post-test checklist. The checklist that teachers completed asked them to indicate student performance in 5 key domains. There were 5 domains: social, emotional, cognitive, communication, sensory motor. And although the checklist was online, a copy is provided in the report for convenience. To evaluate outcomes, a correlational analysis was conducted between attendance and improvement. Teachers completed a questionnaire regarding attendance on a 4-point scale. The results from the study included qualitative data. The qualitative data came in the form of teacher comments on student improvements, their own experiences, the art interventions themselves, feedback regarding Rainbow Artist staff, and suggestions. Teachers unanimously reported that students enjoyed both their visit to the museum and art making. Teachers considered the program a valuable use of time, and they believed it positively impacted students and that they wanted to return. Teachers acknowledged that two skills were primarily exercised: working collaboratively and independently exploring new environments. Some noteworthy feedback included noticing more on-task behavior, fewer behavioral problems, hearing students ask to go back to the art museum, and having more strategies that they could implement in the classroom. Teachers were thankful. Quantitative data was also collected. 73% of students improved in one or more domains. Primarily, emotional skills were highlighted. 49% of students improved in this domain. Whereas most domains exhibited one area of improvement, the emotional domain exhibited 3. Students who attended more sessions were more likely to have improvement. The majority of students attended all sessions. 66% had perfect attendance. Student improvements varied greatly by teacher as well as by school. Some recommendations regarding this follow. The first recommendation is to include 3-point testing. The results from this study are limited because there was no control. In a prior study, 3-point testing was conducted. 3-point testing system allowing for students to serve as their own control. The pre-test and then a mid-test, and the in-between served as the control. Mid-test to post-test served as the treatment period, leaving 2 different time periods, a treatment condition and a control condition, both of which were time periods with the same students. A second recommendation relates to teachers. Student scores varied by teacher. This may suggest that teacher understanding of goals and processes may play an influential role in reported student improvement. Online training may be beneficial to teachers, staff, and future programs. For instance, teachers and staff can be trained on how to provide positive verbal reinforcement to the students while they are at MOCA. Examples include prompts like, "Show me," or "Let's share." If teachers and staff were trained in this way, they'd be able to target improvement in key areas. If teachers and staff were to be trained on stages of play, they would have a keen eye while observing students creating art at Rainbow Artists. They would be able to tell the difference between associative play and cooperative play. If they were provided with this training, they may be able to watch as students engage in higher levels of play throughout each visit at MOCA. Additional personnel would serve a key component in getting timely feedback and in documenting levels of play. This personnel could observe and seek ongoing feedback from teachers and may even ask teachers questions such as, "What did you learn today about your students while watching them at MOCA?" or "What information can you take back to the classroom?" Additional personnel may also contribute valuable data collection, and additional personnel could tally each time they observe a student engaging in each type of play during their art-making experience. This would allow for another means of measuring progress. A fourth recommendation relates to an online resource center. If an online resource center were created, ongoing comments, suggestions, and most importantly, engagement with the community could continue. Here is an example: contract for use, protocols that are password protected, videos from prior outcome studies, and more could be made available to the public in order to engage the community. In conclusion, the Rainbow Artists program leads to measurable improvements in student performance across 5 domains. Through implementing effective community-based instruction and clear-minded goals, culturally diverse students are benefited. If there are any questions regarding the report or video, please feel free to contact me. Thank you for the opportunity to collaborate.